Welcome to Vulnerable You. I'm Matt Johansson. This is the show where we have feelings about cybersecurity news. What those feelings are, we'll figure it out as we go. All right, let's get vulnerable. Add this to the pile of real-world consequences of cybersecurity breaches. Whether you're a CISO that can now be held personally liable, as we saw at Uber, or you're a publicly traded company with new SEC regulations, you better be investing in a big girl security program these days. The SEC has adopted new regulations this week that will have a significant impact on publicly traded companies' cybersecurity practices. The rules proposed last year and approved by a 3-2 vote this week will now require companies to notify the government when they are hacked and publicly disclose details about their cybersecurity risk governance. This includes sharing information about the nature, scope, and timing of incidents and their potential financial impact. Moreover, businesses will have to disclose their cybersecurity risk management strategy and governance in their annual filing. I'm sure this is going to make a lot of billable hour lawyers very happy. Companies can claim a lot of caveats to skirt around this 4-day limit, including national security concerns, or they can claim that the breach was not material, whatever the definition of material is in this case. If you like this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe on this video, or if you're listening to us on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, if you can rate and review, it really helps out the show. Thank you so much. A group of Dutch researchers has discovered an intentional backdoor in encrypted radio devices that's been used globally for over 25 years. Well, the backdoor, front door, whatever you want to call it, was found in popular European radio standard Tetra. During the research, they uncovered a serious flaw in the encryption algorithm, which they are set to reveal at Black Hat in Vegas in a few weeks. I'll see you there. The radios are deployed in crucial infrastructures like pipelines, railways, electric grids, mass transit, and more. These findings could have serious consequences, enabling potential attackers to eavesdrop on communications and even manipulate systems to cause blackouts or halt gas pipeline flows. Additionally, specialized systems used exclusively by police, military, intelligence agencies, and emergency services were found to be at risk. This allows the decryption of voice and data communications for spreading misinformation or redirecting emergency forces during critical moments. This vulnerability is found to impact radios made by major manufacturers like Motorola or Hytera. Although the technology is less prevalent in the US, it's still being used in various critical infrastructures, raising concerns about the potential impact on national security and public safety. There's also evidence in the Edward Snowden leaks that indicate the NSA and the UK's GCHQ intelligence agency targeted Tetra for eavesdropping. The worrying detail in this story for me is that besides those Snowden leaks, we have no idea how widely these things have been exploited. I'm a sucker for a good report that aggregates hard to find and hard to analyze data. Not many do this better than Maddie Stone over at Google's Project Zero. This report gives us a great view into what ODAs were actually exploited in the wild in a given year and shows us trends of malicious threat actors' tactic. They've been doing it since about 2014. Some key stats from this year: 41 ODAs were seen in the wild by Google. That's down from 69 in 2021. Turns out 0 days are not needed on Android as much as other platforms, since patches don't become available for such a long time. An older bug, or as Maddie puts it, an end day, like instead of 0 days, it's end days beyond the bug becoming public, is just as usable. Zero-click exploits fell into favor this year, which meant fewer browser bugs, as those tend to be at least one-click exploits. Zero-click tend to be in other components. Over 40% of the ODAs that were seen in the wild in 2022 were reused vulnerabilities with new variants on the exploits. Bug collisions were very high. Attackers found the same bugs as each other, so if you fix one 0-day, you'll likely stop more than one threat actor. I love this report. I would use it in conjunction with Verizon's DBIR to keep track of what threat actors are actually up to, and then prioritize what your security program is focused on based on your threat model and this data. This bug on Call of Duty is a little bit more interesting. It seems to infect players that are sitting in Call of Duty lobbies waiting for their game to start. It's hard to imagine in 2023 sitting in a PC game lobby and just getting infected by malware by sitting in there. The game's creator, Activision, acknowledged this issue, but the motive behind this attack remains unclear. Steam has taken Call of Duty offline while they investigated this malware further. North Korea has been busy this week. Researchers who study blockchain activity have attributed 2 cryptocurrency heists to the Lazarus group out of North Korea. Alphapo and CoinsPaid both blame Lazarus for theft of $60 million and $37.3 million in losses, respectively, this week alone. On back-to-back days, Lazarus has been successful in parting nearly $100 million in crypto from the two exchanges. Their MO has been to lure employees of these exchanges on LinkedIn. They would target high-value employees that have privileged access at these exchanges. Then they would social engineer them and tempt them with job offers, and that would get them to open up infected files on their work computers. So with just a few well-crafted job offers and some well-placed clicks, targeted at the right set of people, North Korea has been able to steal nearly $1 billion in crypto in the last few years. Talk about an ROI on social engineering attacks. All right, that's all we got this week for Vulnerable News. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check us out in the description below to sign up for my newsletter or even reach out to me on Twitter. I'll see you again soon.